Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Once again we are doing a Smite game and this is the first team we are looking at, and here is the second team. So Apollo coming by to be in a hurry to go to whatever he's doing. And this is Rest. So no famous players as far as I know. And I'm not sure who we're going to follow here because I don't really have any preference here. For the simple reason that I actually wanted to do Kronos, the new Kronos, the new god, but he's not actually available yet in the recorded matches because, well, he came out just a few hours ago, and obviously nobody has played him yet in a solo ranked game that was actually worthy of recording. So yeah, we're going to have to wait for that, unfortunately. He is going to be super powerful. Maybe, I don't know actually what they're doing with new gods, whether you can immediately play them in solo ranked. But yeah, well, someone will know and someone will post that in the comments, I'm assuming. So we are going to do not a jungler, come on, someone interesting. I don't know yet. We're just going to follow this jungler here for a moment. Fenrir, the doggy style. So yeah, we're going to follow Doggy for a little bit. He is obviously going to start off here. And keep in mind that this is a new patch, for those of you who don't know. And the new patch has a couple of really interesting things. One of them being that it has some new items, it has some new nerfs, sure. But the main thing is, this buff is going to drop. And not just, yeah, there you can see it. It's going to drop. And it's not going to go just to the guy that last hit it. It's going to go to the guy that actually picks up the buff. Which is a big change, because it means that you can no longer steal buffs across the wall. Because it will drop and you still have to physically be there to steal a buff. The second thing is, you can only have one buff at a time. And we will see that here. Because if Fenrir gets this last hit, so the buff will drop, but he will not be able to pick it up. And he's trying. He didn't read the patch notes properly, so didn't see that that was no longer possible. So that that buff drops. It stays there for 30 seconds, and only the team that gets the last hit can pick it up. So the thing is, if you, and he's going to try it again, but fail again. He really didn't read the patch note. That's pretty cute. Yeah, I play ranked games, but I don't need patch notes. Anyhow, this is a really big thing that you can only have one buff. Because it means that stealing a buff is no longer a big thing. So it's no longer big if you steal that last hit on that little speed camp. Because nobody's going to pick up that speed buff, as you could see. So Boombas is still popular, but they did remove the movement speed aspect from it. So at this moment, when you're in the jungle, you get 15 mana per 5. You get for 10% healed of the monster's max health. And if you have an ally nearby, you get the XP as if you were solo, which means that if your ally last hits, if your ally last hits, you still get the full XP. And that is of course a major thing. So that last part is still major. Having the mana regen, yeah, you can have that from any item. And the health regen, yeah, that's not that big anyway. I mean, it's useful, but it's not super useful. Yeah, I don't know if Boombas is still worth it. I mean, obviously people are going to still use it for today and probably tomorrow. But people will start experimenting with something else because the movement speed buff is no longer available. So you no longer get that. Plus, yeah, that last thing where you, where you get the extra gold. Yeah, that's not really applicable to any of the situations that we normally encounter. It is still a big deal if you use it properly. But normally it's not used properly. So Fenrir coming in here, and he is not going to finish this at all. No way. So Thor, oh, actually going for this. That is very unwise. But Fenrir does not have any of his cooldowns up, it seems. But yeah, Thor doing a significant amount of damage there. It is not enough to, well, to make him scared, but, well, whatever. He should have finished off that wave, by the way. Yeah, he knows that Thor is in this jungle, and he knows that Thor is going to go for this buff. Come on! Kill him straight up! Jump! No, not going for it. So yeah, obviously there is some defense coming. But we did anticipate that, so he did run out in time, going to jump through the wall, and no problems. So yeah, great anticipation there. He knew that the Thor was going to stay in, because you can be at low health in the jungle and still, well, continue jungling, because it doesn't matter as long as you don't meet anyone. It doesn't matter, and well, that's exactly what happened here. He stayed in, but then, well, he wanted to, well, the Fenrir wanted to catch him. And of course, the Thor does have plenty of opportunities or of skills to get out of there. He is very powerful like that. Anyway, let's go visit someone else then. This guy, who was chasing an opponent, and I guess not having a good time. Well, he was having a good time, but didn't actually manage to pick it off. So yeah, Poseidon, of course, a completely different champion from the Fenrir we just saw. I will go back to Fenrir when he starts doing something useful again. Oh man, now we're going back. Okay, we're going for a red buff then. We are low level here, so what's that all about? I didn't see the XP buff anymore. No, you don't get that XP buff anymore. So it used to be an XP and gold buff, then they nerfed, or they reduced it to just the XP buff, and he doesn't want the red buff. Seriously? Oh, by the way, yeah, I don't know if I said that, but the buff can only be picked up by the team that last hits the big minion. No, he wants the speed buff. Okay. So the thing is, if you last hit one of the minion camps through the wall, you do deny the buff, but you can't really pick it up, well, with most champions. And obviously we are going to pick up this. I think they should have made it that you can actually, and by the way, these new buff icons look amazing. I just wanted to get that out there. They look amazing, and we're going to get him into tower range. 1 shot, 2 shots. Yes, it is good enough. Very nicely done. And yeah, very aggressive moves there. But of course, very safe. He has the speed buff, he has 2 jumps, so no problem. No problem at all. Yeah, I think they should have made it that you can actually switch which buff you have. I'm pretty sure they're going to do that in one of the next patches. They're also going to update, if you look at, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. If you look at what happens here to this ring when he runs, it disappears all the time. They're going to change that as well, I'm assuming. Because if you just make that kind of a donut shape, well, a very thin donut, I guess, but it's called a donut shape, I'm not sure what else to call it. Yeah, if you make that circular instead of just a flat ring, then you won't have this effect, so they just have to change that and then it will all be good again. But I'm assuming they will change that you can actually switch buffs. So if you now have the movement speed buff, but you want the blue buff instead, you're going to, or you should be able to switch to the blue buff, and then you lose the speed buff. But yeah, I think that will be done in time. But for now, we're stuck with this, and we are going to gank left lane here. Oh no, we're just going to go for the blue buff. And let's see if he can actually just pick this up straight up. No, I think he's going to keep this buff. But look at that buff. It looks so awesome. It's now really a potion that is just floating around. And yeah, you can't pick that up. Told you already. Stupid wolf. No, Fenrir. Oh, there he goes. He actually timed out just in time. That's cute. That is cute. He can, of course, see when the buff is going to time out. So he knew that it was going to time out in like 5 seconds. And he recalled right on top of the buff and actually got the new buff. So that's cute. That was really nice. Because the mana buff, yeah, it's not super useful if you have Boombas. And that, by the way, is one of the reasons why I don't think the MP5 is going to matter, because you can just pick up the blue buff if you need mana. And yeah, of course that's what normally junglers do. That's also what they do in League of Legends, so why not here? But I think they should just remove the jungle aspect from the game. Well, not remove the entire jungle, but the fact that you have a dedicated jungler. It's really, yeah, I'm not a fan. I was a fan for a little while, but no longer the case. And what's this? What's that floating around him? It looks like kind of a, I don't know. It looks like a ghost or something like that. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. But yeah, well, it looks awesome. I think this potion looks awesome. Or the bottle it's supposed to be. So yeah, the buffs stay there for 30 seconds, as I said, on the floor. And then they will disappear. So anyone of your team can actually go there and just pick it up. But the enemy team cannot. And I still don't know if because I got disrupted by myself like 16 times already. Don't know if I actually told that. I think I did. But yeah, now I told it like 3 times. It's all good. Everyone knows now. So no more questions about that. Anyhow, yeah, so the buffs, you can only have one buff at a time, which kind of sucks, because the buff you're starting with is the buff you're going to get stuck with, because you cannot pick up buffs after that. And they should of course have made it that you can get buffs after that. We're not going to surrender this. Screw that. You should be able to pick up buffs after that. You just shouldn't be able to get multiple buffs at the same time. Maybe 2 buffs would be good. But yeah, we have people that have like 4 buffs in the late game. Especially someone like, what's he called? Oh, I forgot his name. Bakasura. He picks up buffs like nobody's business, and he will actually get a whole lot done with 4 buffs on him. So we're going to just drag this guy out. Hello, how you doing? Pillar to the face. And do we have another jump up? Yes, we do, no problem. So wow, I'm actually following the correct guy for today. He is 2-0. He is at the highest farm of his team. And he's 3-0 now. Awesome. So 5-0 on the enemy jungler, and there you can see why I'm not a big fan of the jungler. Not because junglers are stupid or the concept is stupid, but oh, can we actually land this? No, he missed. He missed the jump, but we may actually still pick up this kill. Yep, there we go, 4-0. But yeah, you can see 9 out of the 16 kills were made by junglers. And 11 out of the 16 kills were assisted by junglers. And you can see how much this game is now getting depending on jungler ganks. And that is just insane. That's not how this game is supposed to be. Smite was a unique game where it wasn't about the last hitting, it was about the tactics. And now it's not about the tactics at all, it's about the jungler. So if you have a good jungler, you're going to win. If you have a bad jungler, you're going to lose. And that is just not a good thing to have in a game that is supposed to be just for the fun of it, which has some competitive things to it. I mean, you can still do this competitively. That really doesn't matter. And a nice kill there. Super kill steal, but well, nobody cares. A kill is a kill, right? Yeah, I don't think that Poseidon could have picked that up anyway. And there we have the chariot boy coming into mid lane. Apollo, of course, all over the place with that ultimate. And yeah, that is something that that can come in very useful, especially if you're in one of the side lanes, because you can then fly over to the other side of the lane of the map, and nobody's going to suspect you being there unless they actually pay attention. But normally people don't pay that much attention, especially if you fly behind the enemy mid laner, because then yeah, you can't look backwards. So if you start in the jungle with your ultimate, then fly behind the enemy mid laner towards the other lane on the other side of the map, yeah, you can actually do very well with your ganks. Of course, that takes some mana, but it is very well worth it. So anyhow, we're going to ward up a little bit for both teams, but it's not, yeah, amazing jungle control here. We did not pick up the Gold Fury, by the way, so it seems that the enemy team did pick it up. Maybe our team picked it up and we just weren't there. Or I completely missed it. That could be it as well. I mean, I'm not really paying attention to what he's doing. I'm just interested in the ganks, to be honest. But yeah, the fact that you now rely on junglers so much is kind of lame, to be honest. It is not something that I would want in this game. Because, yeah, well, the game is mostly about tactics and grouping up as a team and just having fun. And here, yeah, you can see the dominance of these junglers. 14 out of the 20 kills is now the score. And obviously that's going to, well, get better, or rather, well, less. The more this game goes on, because in the later stages of the game, and wow, what just happened? In the later stage of the game, the team fights become more and more important, and the jungler will pick up less and less and less. And we are going to probably die here. No, we did not get stunned. Very nicely done. Did want to desperately get out of there, and did manage to do so. So that's all good. Going to pick up another gold camp, and of course the gold camps are very important to pick up because they do give a lot of gold. And I think it's about time to stop following him and just start following the entire fight. And he is indeed going to die right now, so this is a nice moment to just switch to well, the overall view, kind of get into the overall things. And we are going to try to defend that left lane, well, their right lane, but I'm not actually sure if they're going to manage. The ultimate from Thor is coming in. And are we going to land this? So keep in mind, they have to run all the way across the map. But yeah, they're going to easily do that. I thought Thor was ulting. Oh, he did ult. He just couldn't land it or something like that. Or didn't want to. Anyhow. It seems that we are, yeah, just getting counter-ganked here. And is he going to get out? No, he's not going to get out. The entire blue team is here. And Thor is going to get out, I assuming. No! Oh my god, he got out. Oh my god. No, he's not out yet. Oh, he landed his ult in the middle of two guys, but oh wow, that is insane. He's actually going to make it because his hammer is back up in a moment, and plus this is his own tower. So yeah, he is going to make it. Poseidon might actually still try to get this kill, but no. Oh! Disrupt coming up. He is going to get around it though. So anyhow, this guy then, Apollo, coming in. I don't know why, but it seems like he ulted in here, but he still has his ult up. I guess he just ran here then, and yeah, we're going to try to defend this this Gold Fury. Although they probably have no clue what's happening at the moment. But Gold Fury will go down before they reach it. Although, wow, blue team gets it, but oh, yeah, that was not good. Obviously, the blue team did get it, but they went pretty low to get it, and well, they lose a kill because of that. Here we go with the ultimate, and are we going to manage to land more? Yeah, we are going to manage to land more. Wow, that was insane damage coming out. Obviously, that is exactly what we wanted. And the Fenrir, what's your name? I completely forgot. The crocodile is going down. Can't believe that I keep forgetting the name of the crocodile. Every game I have trouble remembering that. Even though he's like one of the standard characters. And now my head is filled with Fenrir, and that is just insane. Because that is definitely not his name. So stupid. So stupid. But anyhow, we're going with Guan Yu then. Can I actually just hover over him and will it tell me his name? Because that would be awesome. Sobek, that's what he is. Sobek. Sobek. Hey man, I have to remember so many names. It's crazy mode. So yeah, we are going to pick up some minions. Not really interesting. Let's go watch something else. Let's go watch over here. Where Fenrir is getting an easy kill. Well, he didn't actually pick it up. But it was mainly Fenrir's damage and Fenrir's CC that actually made that kill happen. And he's going to pick up this this camp, and let's follow him once again. It makes it so much easier for you to watch and so much easier for me to control because I don't have to control anything. Anyhow, currently Fenrir still at the head of the pack, 5-1 and 3, and Thor on the other side at the head of the pack, 8-2 and 4. You can see how dominant junglers are. It is insane. And it is definitely something they are trying to nerf, because that's why every patch the Boombas gets nerfed further and further and further. And now you can no longer get multiple buffs, but it doesn't seem to be enough. The junglers are still way too strong, and I think they're going to remove Boombas just completely, because something in it makes that junglers just go crazy. And yeah, it's just something that's undesirable, and that's why they're trying to nerf it. So for those of you who don't understand why they're trying to nerf these things and why they keep nerfing the Boombas, well, that's exactly the reason. So they just want to, or they just look at the scores and they say, do we really want Fenrir to win all his games just because he's a jungler? Same for Thor. And yeah, you can see they are more farmed than the mid laners. I mean, this guy is a mid laner and this guy is a mid laner. And yeah, obviously, if you have one more kill but still can't make up the gold, and so many kills are made because of the junglers, especially early game, and of course, in these kinds of games, it is all about the early game. The late game really doesn't matter that much, because the late game is a result of the early game. So your decisions made in the late game are not going to influence the game nearly as much as your decisions in the early game. And wow, really didn't get anything off of that. And then finally, with his dash, gets the kill. So we are going to pick up one more kill. And wow, this is at least 4 tower shots. Yeah, nicely done. Very aggressive moves. And that's of course exactly why Fenrir is so powerful in that late game. That ultimate just keeps being useful no matter what you do. It is just an insanely good ultimate. Until people actually realize that they should buy beats. But yeah, beats are not always up. But beats are very good against it. Because even after you get grabbed, you can use it and you're immediately free of the CC. He can no longer drag you anywhere. And you should not get caught, basically. So, or you shouldn't die, I should say. You did already get caught, because otherwise you shouldn't use your beat. And obviously, sometimes you can use it just before he actually picks you up, so before he tags you. And you will still take the damage, but you will not take the CC. And here you have one of those examples. He did not get the thing off, the grab. I don't know why, but it seems that there was some... No, he doesn't have anything, so I don't know why he didn't get the grab off. And Anhur, come on, dude! Anhur is not going to manage to get this kill. Yeah, too greedy there. You could see it right from the moment he missed those first few shots, that he was not going to pick that up. He didn't have the skills required to actually do this. And wow, this was, yeah, this was not a good thing to have as a team. But very nicely done anyway. By the other team, obviously. They protected their Thor with all their might, and they managed to actually, well, just do it. So, are we going to be able to pick up this Ymir then? Because Ymir is in the middle of 4 enemies, and wow, look at that damage from that ultimate. Yeah, they did pick it up. He almost picked up the Anubis. If only he had a little more damage. And it seems that the red team will go for Fire Giant here. And red team was ahead in the early game, I believe. And we were, yeah, the blue team was behind. So there you go. Hand of the Gods used to actually pick that up, and that is a very wise choice to buy that. Hand of the Gods is really one of the major items that you need to make sure that the enemy team cannot pick up those buffs. And you need the actual Hand of the Gods, so not the Fist of the Gods. You have two level 3 upgrades. This is Hand of the Gods. You also have Fist of the Gods, which gives you a stun and some other crap. But that only snipes the big buffs at 10%, whereas this buff, or this one, takes it at, hang on, this is level 2. Nobody cares about that. Yeah, 25% health. So you can definitely make up the difference between 10 and 25%, or make out, I should say, the difference. So you should always be able to snipe it against an enemy team that does not have the same Hand of the Gods, and it is just awesome to have. If you have 2 on your team, by the way, if you have 2 of those Hand of the Gods, you can snipe it from 50% health, just instantly. So you can see that really early game, that could actually come in very handy, because those things do a lot of damage and you only need to kill it for 50%. And then with 2 Hand of the Gods, you're going to get a very, very easy, yeah, either Gold Fury or Fire Giant. Where are we going? We're going over here. Not getting anything done though. Yeah, he doesn't land the stun though. He tried to get the Ymir and the Anhur, I believe it was, but he only landed the Anhur stun. So Ymir almost got him, but he still had his hammer teleport to get out of there. Wow, quite significant damage he does there to Poseidon. And Poseidon is going to chase that anyway, because Poseidon knows there are more people here. There are actually 4 versus, well, just about 3 in the jungle here. This should be more damage, but yeah, they're not coming up to help him. And the Ymir and the Hades, of course, cannot do the damage here. They need someone who can actually do the damage. But there's nobody there to do the damage. So red team is actually going to retaliate here because, well, they used all of their skills. They don't really have the damage to kill anyone. So Thor, for example, can easily kill this guy on his own. But yeah, they just proved to the red team, so the blue team proved to the red team that they were just not strong enough to do anything. So blue team loses 3 members. Very good team play there from the red team. They lose 3 kills and immediately get onto this tower, obviously, and go onto the mid tower. And we're going to pick up this minion wave before it even reaches us. So here we go. We're going to tank this a little bit because, well, why not? It doesn't really matter. Guan Yu is going to heal that up pretty easily. And he should be able to just tank a few shots. They can actually just fully go for this Phoenix. There's nothing that's stopping them because the enemy team already proved that they don't have enough damage. And yeah, you can see here the Phoenix will go down in a few seconds. And with a few seconds, yeah, you can easily tank that. It's no problem. And we're going to go into the base, but is it going to matter? No, he's just going to dash out. It doesn't even matter. At about half health, 40% I guess. So Thor taking a few tower shots, and then yeah, Guan Yu is going to. Oh no, it's not Guan Yu. It's actually Apollo taking over the damage. But oh, aggressive moves! Aggressive moves! But yeah, that was a 1-for-1 trade. That was not really what they wanted out of that, but may actually pick up another kill here. The blue team loses another one, but the red team then loses another one. And it is 2 versus 3 now that is left. The red team lost one other guy. They lost the Sobek. I didn't even see that. But yeah, blue team now going in for it. Oh, a very easy kill. There was no way Anubis could do that. Anubis, of course, not the number or the tier 1 pick that he was in the beginning, but he did get buffed last patch. No, 2 patches ago. And then last patch he got nerfed a little bit again or something like that, or he got even more. Yeah, he got exchange. He got a little bit of an exchange. He lost one ability to gain another one, and something like that happened. I don't know exactly what they did. I don't really care either. I do know that his basic attacks now scale off of magic damage, and since this patch they now have 100% of the magical lifesteal. So basic attacks that do magic damage have 100% of the magical lifesteal, which is great news for Isis and Anubis and Zeus and those kind of champions that actually have that. So a nice job there by Hades, actually getting out of the ultimate. And we're currently all over the place, so Fenrir picking up another buff. But yeah, the limit of 1 buff still remains, so yeah, you can last hit camps or kill camps all you want, but you have to be careful which buff you want, and especially if there are multiple buffs up for grabs. Well, you want to kill all of them. I mean, yeah, why not? It is still good gold, it's good experience, it's just that the buff no longer applies if you already have a buff. And who's this? And is he going to get out? It is the Hades, and Hades is indeed going to be killed here. Yep, there we go. It's a pretty easy kill. Anhur just completely missing his ultimate there. And Thor is going for this. Thor is really aggressive this match, especially with those ultimates. Of course, we see that often with Thors. They are really aggressive because that's how he needs to be played. And red team going for a second fire giant. And this might actually work out pretty well for them. I think they picked up the first one as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So gold wise, the red team is a little bit ahead, but it's only slightly. And who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Oh, it's actually, wow, the Fenrir stole it. I thought he might have stolen that. But oh no, wrong buff, sorry, this is the fire giant buff now. So it is definitely on the red team, so he did not steal it. Yeah, Fenrir doesn't have that. No, Fenrir doesn't even have the Hand of the Gods. And there is a level 3 Hand of the Gods here on Sobek. Once again, forgot the name. Yeah, so level 3 Hand of the Gods, of course, trumps everything else. Anything else, I should say. And everything else. But yeah, as you might understand, 25% of that health of Fire Giant, you're never going to do that in a burst. Never, ever, ever, ever. So the Phoenix is still not repaired. I kind of find that hilarious because they have been so good at seeing the mistakes and repairing the mistakes. But Phoenix, so if the left Phoenix is under attack, it says the left Phoenix is under attack. And that has been something that has been in here since I started playing, which is really early on. So probably it has been in here for the entire time. And we are now going for this Minotaur with the red team, but the red team gets pushed back quite hard. They're going to lose 3 here. And yeah, that is an easy defense. Although they're not done yet. But, well, nicely done at least so far. And are we actually going to be able to pick up this kill as well? The slows go down. And yeah, an easy kill. The Thor might actually come in. Yes, he is going to come in. He's going to go for Poseidon. But Poseidon not actually able to withstand anything at this point. It seems that he is just building damage. And he is indeed just... Well, he has a little bit of resists in Voidstone. And then Gem of Isolation, a little bit of extra health, but that's not a lot of health. And of course the Breastplate of Valor does add a little bit of physical protection. Well, actually quite a lot of physical protection. But it is not good enough against someone who has some penetration going. So we are going to ult there with Ymir just to get rid of the minions. But they need to be very quick. Yeah, they're not going to manage to do it at all. So no, not enough defense. So even though the entire team was killed or almost killed, look at those health bars, just almost getting killed. They still couldn't defend against it, and yeah, it has been a little bit of an issue in the community. I have discussed it before that the towers have way too little hit points. That also goes for the Minotaur. Sniping the Minotaur like this is so easy, even if you don't have a plan. As long as you're there with 5 guys and just focus the Minotaur, you mostly get it. And that's exactly what we saw here. So 40-minute game. We actually had a 14-3 Fenrir. So I never look at the scores beforehand. So that was a total coincidence. I could have also gone with the Thor. That would have been good as well. He actually did quite a lot of goodness. Teleport, yeah, we didn't really get to see that a whole lot. But it was apparently used, so that's good. Yeah, here are the numbers. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.